Hey, it's Bjorn from Higher Learning Lab. In this Photoshop tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create Photoshop actions that help you do repetitive things more easily because Photoshop does them for you after you record them, which is pretty awesome. So let's get right into it. I have, in this example, a stock image that I downloaded, and it's quite large. It's actually 18 megabytes in size. And if we go to the image menu and click on image size, we see it's print quality, 300 pixels resolution, and very large. Let's say, for example, I wanted to save this image for web. So I want the resolution to be 72, and I know for a fact it's going to be 500 pixels wide on the website every time. So I want to change the width to 500 pixels. And now let's go one step further and say I have 1,000 images to do this to. Now I could do them all one by one and pull my hair out. I could hire someone else to do them one by one and they can pull their hair out. Or I can make a Photoshop action and then use the batch actions to execute that action over and over again. I'm going to show you in this video how to create the Photoshop action. All we're going to do is we're going to take this image, we're going to change the resolution to 72, change the width to 500, and the height can be whatever it wants, and that'll be our action. So we have our image here, and on the right hand side of my work area, I've got this play button, which is for actions. If you don't see that play button, open your window menu and click on actions, and then you should see it appear somewhere in your work area. So I've got a lot of actions in here already, and I'm just going to close all those. Going to make a new folder and call it image crunching action. Pretty awesome title if I do say so. And once we have that folder, that's just really just for organization. Once we have that folder, we're going to click on this little new action icon, and we're going to call it image cruncher. And it automatically started recording right when we did that. Now it's not recording every move you make on the screen, like some macro software that you may have used in the past or some recording software. What it's actually doing, it's recording the menus we open, the things we click, the stuff we do, not each individual movement we make. So I'm going to open the image file or image menu, click on image size, change the width. No, first change the resolution to 72, then change the width to 500, and then click OK. And that's actually, I'm done now with that action. That was a pretty easy one. I'm going to click on stop. I'm going to zoom in a bit, and our image is now much smaller, which we can confirm because we just did this, so it's going to stay the way it is. It's 72 for resolution and 500 for width. And that action is finished. If we now take another stock photo, let's take this one for example, 18.4 megabytes. Just going to look at the image size to confirm, 300 pixels per inch, 5,715 for width. And now I want to reduce the size of this. So we have this action made right here called image cruncher. All we have to do is click on that to highlight it, and then click on the play button at the bottom. And Photoshop does its magic and does it really quickly because it's a really simple action. So now, I don't know if you saw that was pretty fast. I'm just going to do that again. Click on play and watch very carefully because it happens in the blink of an eye. Boom, image is done. We go to the image file, open size, resolution 72, width 500. Now you can do that for any image you want. And just to show you the power of actions, there's some really cool actions that we have in here that I use quite a lot that I bought a while ago. Let's see if I can find my favorite one. Let's just do this one. They're basically what they're doing with these actions is creating image representations of physical products. So for example, magazine 03, I click on create, click on play, and it creates a document that I then have to fill stuff into. And it takes a little bit longer because it's much more complicated action than the one we just created. So what we do is we add a cover image. Let's just add some ancient temples. Seems like a great thing to have for a magazine cover. I'm gonna make it fit the whole space here. I'm gonna add a title just for completeness. Call it Ancient Temples. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Holy moly, that's not what I wanted. Anyway, good enough. Good enough. I don't need to send it perfectly. So once we have the image done like this, we then click on the render option, step 2. Click on play. And now it's going to render our magazine cover. And it's going to look pretty cool, as you're going to see in a second. And there's the finished product. Now, if we were to do this manually to create this representation, it would take a long, long time. And that's why these actions can be so powerful. You can do really complicated things, or have Photoshop do really complicated things in an automated manner. It does the same things over and over and over again, which is fantastic. It can save you a lot of time. And I'm sure if you look at your Photoshop workflow, there are things you can identify that you can do faster. And to take this, this image resizing thing a step further, if we use the automate option under file menu and click on batch, and we pick for the play, we pick the action we made, the image crunching action, or we pick the folder, then we pick the action inside that folder, and then we choose the source. So if I chose my stock image folder, so let me find it. Okay, so if I chose the stock image folder, and this folder right here has 500 stock images in it. I choose that folder, and destination, the destination will be the save and close. And we're just going to keep it in the same spot. And what happens is that this image cruncher is going to go through that folder. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm not ready for that yet. But what it will do is, using this batch process, it's going to go through all 500 images in that folder. It's going to open each one, adjust the resolution to 72, adjust the width to 500, and save it. And it's going to do that for every single image. And you can have 10,000, a million in there. Just the more images you have, the longer it's going to take. But it's going to take way less time for Photoshop to do it than for you to do it or for you to outsource it. And so if you have actions you need to apply or settings you need to apply to multiple images, create an action for it, use the batch process. And that's all there is to Photoshop actions. They are powerful. You can do some amazing things with them. I encourage you to check them out. And you can't break anything. Just make a new action over here, press record, and just start doing stuff. And then stop the recording, press play, and see what happens. And that might be a little trial and error. It's kind of like programming, only not really. There's going to be things that happen not the way you expect them to, so you have to adjust your process. But stick to it. You're going to have actions that really save you time in the end. I hope this video helps you. My name is Bjorn Allpass from Higher Learning Lab. Please make sure you like this video, share on social media, subscribe to a YouTube channel, and check out HigherLearningLab.com, where I publish new tech tutorials like this every single day. Talk to you soon.